Hi guys, welcome back to my Brave X Spheres guide. Now I'm gonna review Runda. So let's start on what he can do. So first of all, he is free AoE physical cover tank. And yes, he is pretty damn good even when he is free, okay? But the bad news is, yes, he can only become X+1 at this point, okay? Later, when he able to become X+2, he will become really great because he can cast his limit burst on the first turn without help from other characters. So first, he has very nice physical counter, and this is really good because like I just said, he is a physical tank, so he gonna take physical damage. And yeah, when you trigger 3 times his counter, you gonna recover 9 limit burst to all allies. This may sound not so big, but trust me, it is really useful. And as a tank, he has 2 fatal damage protection, which make him, yes, really able to take lots of damage. And as a support, he also able to support your character with Bolting Strike Chainer. Okay, and like you know that Bolting Strike is one of the most used chaining family on today's Final Fantasy Brave X Spheres. It deals defense scaling damage, so yes, it should deal quite nice damage, but yeah, don't hope for top tier damage, okay? It is non-elemental, so I can say it's kinda flexible, right? So pretty good. The Bolting Strike Chain also imperil the attack and magic by 80%. Maybe it's not that great, okay, on today's standard, but again, maybe it is enough to survive when you only can bring, let's say, 4 characters to some trials to survive the enemy attack, especially when you combine it with his amazing damage mitigation. Okay, I think 80% are enough for Runda. And yes, on his normal physical cover ability, he also gives your party 230% all stats buff, 50% general and physical mitigation for 4 turns. So this is really great, especially if you still cannot cast his limit burst on the first turn, because 50% damage mitigation, even when it is not meta, this can help you to survive early turn from the enemy attack. And for you Dark Vision lover, you're gonna love this because he can imbue your party with ice, dark, wind resistance, elemental resist buff. Okay, so very nice to take no damage. The only thing I hate about him is he gets no draw attack passive. So if you want to make him into provoker, you either need to rely from his ability or to gear him maybe with 2 Mughal charm, which take you accessory slot. Okay, very important. Okay, and yeah, talking about limit burst, it is really good because he can give your party 85% damage mitigation. Yes, 85%. It's kind of crazy because we go from like 30% for veteran players. If you remember the old days, we always loved the 30% damage mitigation. Wow, now we have 85% damage mitigation, and it comes from free unit. Okay, 3 turns to all allies. Not only that, he also gives physical damage mitigation. So yes, your party gonna be really safe from physical attack, especially physical evasion. Some enemy able to bypass that by using high accuracy buff. So this is your answer for that type of enemy. And again, this LB also gives your party 30 limit burst. Wow, very amazing. And on the normal form, normal limit burst, it's still very good. Okay, 80%. So why they don't do this to other SLB character? Okay, the difference is not that big. And yeah, the only thing that different is the LB feel, which is good but not that essential. Okay, the normal limit burst only give 10 limit burst, but still very nice, especially if you combine it with his physical counter, okay, which gonna refill 9 limit burst to all allies. Very decent. And some tips for you is make sure you have nice limit burst fill rate and regen to make sure you can spam his limit burst every 3 turns. I don't think it will be hard because it is only 40 limit burst. And at this point, like I said, you can only make him into X+1 with 90 fragments. So we need to do more story when it is available, and finally we able to make him into X+2. But for now, one of the best partner for him is Dragon Link, because yes, she can feel his limit burst on the first turn. Okay, so yes, that's all you need to know about this Runda abilities. Now let's compare him with other characters. So I have said that his damage mitigation is really the best, one of the best. It is because there are only 3 characters who are able to give your party 80% or better mitigation at this point, okay? The first character is Celeste, but the problem with Celeste is her 80% mitigation only lasts for 1 turn. But Runda, 3 turns. Okay, so it's clear, okay? For Diverty is good because 90% damage mitigation, it is even more insane. But again, Diverty only lasts for 1 turn and he becomes Provoker when he casts this. Actually, it's not that problem because he is a magical tank, but still, I don't think it's that. Yeah, let me ask you, have you ever used Diverty? I don't even remember until I make Runda review. Okay, and the third character, Guardian Blade Charlotte. So this is one of the forgettable character, okay? The only things that make her really great back then is this 80% damage mitigation. At this point, Guardian Blade Charlotte has still advantage because it is the 80% damage mitigation comes from her Grandest ability, which is usable on the first turn. So you don't need to bring other characters to support to cast that 80% damage mitigation. But again, later when you have Runda X+2, it will be the same. He able to cast this on the first turn. And yes, that's for the damage mitigation. How about the physical tanker aspect? I can say that Runda can survive just fine because of his damage mitigation, but maybe for other premium tanks like Upmo, King Behemi, they are good because they have some utilities buff, okay? Like for example, King Behemi able to imbue and has nice imperil, also has physical evasion buff, and Upmo can give you very nice break, 85%, okay? This is why I always complain about the recent breaker. Okay, what's the reason they cannot break attack and magic stats on the normal limit burst? Because a tank like Upmo able to give you 85% all stats break. But other than those side things, Runda is superb, okay? And it's all about the situation you face in, okay? So I think that's all you need to know about the comparison, my conclusion for Runda. So yes, Runda is probably the best damage mitigator for a long time. I don't play Japan version, so let me know on the comment, but at this point, I can say he is the best damage mitigator. Okay? Because it is easily spammable. The only weakness is it is not available on the first turn, but you can enable it on the first turn with the help from others. And yes, he has no draw attack, but again, if you equip his Trustmaster reward, you can actively provoke on the battle. And it also gives him 75% damage mitigation, which is useful if you cannot cast his limit burst on the first turn. Okay, and yes, for the STMR, it is still not available, but I can say it's pretty decent for other tanks too, because it gives 20% physical evasion and draw attack. And yes, it casts AoE 50% mitigation at the start of battle. Maybe this gonna be useful on enemy preemptive attack. I'm not sure, okay, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comment, but if this useful against enemy preemptive attack, then maybe it is one of the key heavy shield for upcoming or some trials in the future. So make sure you don't lose this Runda shield. Okay, so I think that's all you need to know about Runda. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Prep Experience. Bye bye guys.